What's up guys, my name's 50 Levels Up and welcome back to Minecraft. And today we're gonna do some nice background work. So what I plan on doing today, just stuff. So we're gonna build this out. Yeah, we're gonna build this out to make it look like the rest of our base. So we're gonna need some polished andesite, cobblestone, slabs, wood, stairs, a lot of things. So last time we got home from the nether, and my goodness were we far away. Like we were just super duper far away, but we just got back home from the nether. Now it's time to get back to building and get back doing the things we need to do, right? So I went ahead and like deposited all my stuff. I'm probably gonna need a second layer to our storage room as well. We need some of this, gonna need some of that, gonna need some of these, some of that, and some of these. I don't think I have any redstone torches. We'll take the sticks. We're also gonna go over here. I'm gonna take some of those. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna take some of these. There we go. And let's go to our storage room and get some more stuff. Very happy to be playing Minecraft again. So good, so good. This game is just so relaxing for me. I should just start playing all night. I try my best to have recording days. There's 2 days, Monday and Saturday. But it's been a while since I've been able to do this. But this feels good, and I'm very excited. We can sit around, tell stories, or maybe not. It kind of depends. Otherwise, you guys are gonna see a lot of fanciful cuts and many other things. Sit around, tell stories, have a good time. I feel like there's a place I have for polished andesite. Yeah. And let's see. Let's go ahead and put these into stone bricks. Turn these into some nice, good old stairs. There we go. All right, so let's get rocking. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go to sleep and then let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna change a lot of things for our base here. A lot of things, like for instance, I'm probably gonna get rid of this entire part over here and make this look like that, basically. I think, yeah, that's what I plan to do. I think this. I'm trying to figure out, this pool is not necessarily like symmetrical. It's not at all. That's perfectly fine though. And like the place where we have our farm, we're gonna move our farm outside eventually to an outside area, and we're gonna have this be the place where the livestock is over here, and we're gonna completely dig this part out. I think, yeah, have this place be a place for the livestock. This is just a lot of things that have to be done, honestly. So we'll cross those bridges once we get there. But let me look at like how this is built. Because quite frankly, I do not remember. But the good thing is that, see, this is why when you have builds in Minecraft also, you should not take forever between like times building them. Because then you'll be like me. You'll end up forgetting all the different things and how they're supposed to be built, all those different things, right? Oh, okay. So for these, oh, I was gonna say, oh, never mind. No, this is where we start. So then, actually, let me get some shears. Let me grab some shears and get these vines. On just the off chance that we might like want some vines a little bit later. Let me make some shears. Okay, let me go find some shears real quick. All right, so I got some shears because I wanted to make some. But honestly, I'm thinking about this build. And I'm just like, how did I start building like this? I don't know. I just kind of started doing it. There wasn't no inspiration, because if I wanted to build like Erebor, I would have did it a little bit differently, and things would have been probably a lot bigger, I would say. So I wasn't thinking about Erebor. I know originally when I wanted to build this place, I wanted it to be like Goblin Town, because I always thought that would be a cool build. I think we will have a build like that. It's going to be in a ravine. We're going to find a giant ravine to build in, And quite frankly, there is a nice place very close to us, but I have to develop some lore for that one on why that would be there, right next to the civilization and everything. And that would be very good for that type of build. For sure. But honestly, when it just came to building this, I don't know. I just know that spruce wood is my favorite wood to build with. I typically like stone bricks generally. And I was just like, why not use spruce wood and stone bricks to make something kind of cool? So now we kind of have this dwarfy mountain home-esque build in a sense. Well, I wouldn't say it's dwarfy per se. I just think that it happens to be in the mountain. And that's about the only dwarf quality it has. There we go. But when it comes to inspiration for builds, I don't know. I can get kind of like hard to be. It's hard to inspire me sometimes because I always also limit myself on the ability to build something because there's just certain things I feel like I don't know how to build that. I only know how to build medieval stuff basically. But who cares? But chances are I'm probably gonna try it like kind of different styles eventually or something. I don't know. Because just like most things in life, you just have to practice. That's something I've definitely learned a lot, actually, particularly from my Christian walk, that everything takes practice. Like, everything is a matter of practice, and the more that you practice, the better at it you'll get. Okay, so we got some coarse dirt here. And let's go ahead and add some of these, and then let's get cobblestone stairs here. We won't need a shovel or an axe. Well, we'll need an axe, but not a shovel, so won't need these shears anymore. Got plenty of vines, so let's bring these in. And maybe this. Right, so let's get these things. Let's get this thing going. So I realized that I should probably begin to actually like dig this stuff out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these things rocking. I didn't realize like how much I this in like the early, I guess, start of these videos that I actually just spent building this. Because obviously, like, I smelted some stone and put in a few places and a few other things whilst building this. So we're really gonna have to expand all these things out. But I've set everything up for these initial parts, so now I gotta get them right. But hold on, I want to go and look around. If I go up here, planted these a long time ago. Or I was gonna say if I go up there and go to the side of the mountain, but I'm not gonna waste time doing that, honestly. But I'm glad I started to work on this, honestly, because usually I'd be like, let's just do something else, literally. So it's just good that I'm kind of forcing myself to do this in a sense, so that we can get things right. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all these stairs layered down, and honestly, let's go ahead and get like these lights in actually, so that I can not be working in the dark when it comes to that. We'll get these things going and continue on with our background work for today. Oh, hey, listen, hey, Mr. Enderman that keeps hanging around here that I'm trying my best to not get attacked by. So I was sitting here thinking about like this, and the thing is that this part that we're building in here, this is actually supposed to be the castle, basically. That's also why things are going to be switched up, because this is supposed to be the castle. So castles have armories and all types of things, and quarters. Oh yeah, we should totally build that, quarters for special NPCs, things of that nature. So like this has to be like the opening to the castle. So ooh, I just imagined this like in my head. I saw a visual like two, because I just saw this. So maybe have two like guard tower turret things here that somehow like connect into part of this, like here and here, and then let this part be a gate, you know, into the castle. A nice open gate, you know, that people can actually get through. So let's go ahead and start placing down all these stairs for this. Just because you're there, I'm gonna put you right there. See, let's get one right here. Have to put like little, I'm trying to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's gonna be one here. There's gonna be one back here. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to do my own build. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure it out as kind of like time goes on. Yeah. Then there's gonna. Okay. I don't know. I have no idea. See, maybe we can just put. Actually, I don't like that. There you go. I like block variation. I liked when I was introduced to that. I was introduced to block variation by Rendog, who I don't really watch Minecrafters anymore like that. I would say I definitely don't watch Rendog anymore because I don't watch gaming YouTube as much as I used to. But definitely introduced me to a lot of interesting building techniques and stuff that I've definitely like taken for sure. I remember I was a really big fan of him, and so when I was younger, I used to actually use the same like resource pack that he would use for his games because I'm such a fan type deal. I'm not really like that big on, I guess, like YouTubers and game YouTubers and stuff like that anymore, that I really want to meet them. not like I used to be when I was a kid. But this is a good time though, for sure. Just watching YouTube and a peak of YouTube, you know, back in the day. YouTube's still pretty good nowadays. I just watch kind of different content. I've been watching a lot of Project Zomboid. Don't think I've spoken about before, but it's absolutely a game that I think it's cool. I think Project Zomboid is cool. Probably never catch me playing it though, because I'm a scary boy. For one, you will never catch me playing any horror games. Not that I consider that a horror game. It's a zombie game. Not all zombie games are horror games, really. But you'll never catch me playing any horror games on this channel. So don't ever expect that out of me. And don't ask it out of me, because I'm always going to tell you no. But, like, I watch a lot of people play Project Zomboid, and I just think that's like such a cool game to watch people play. And it just has so many elements for a game that I enjoy. Like base building, and not necessarily a survival fan per se. I mean, I play survival games. You know, I've played The Forest and a few other things. Okay, I know The Forest is a horror game, but I don't play that anymore, I would say. But like, let's see. Actually, let me put this here. But like, it has just some elements. Like, I like colony simulators, and I like to be able to build my own nation and stuff like that. But sometimes I like a great freedom and to be able to really be in an army. That's why I like Mountain Blade so much, because of the great like freedom that you can have and how you're personally involved, as opposed to Total War. Even though I do enjoy Total War, I do enjoy the battles and the base building and everything. It's not the same. Also part of the reason why I like Minecraft, especially modded Minecraft, because then there's like a lot of elements in games that games have that I want. That's why I like Rimworld and Dwarf Fortress so much. Those games, like, for sure exemplify like some things that I really enjoy in games. I like base building. Not only do I like base building, but you know, I also like, you know, leading armies and making decisions and things that impact the world and stuff like that. So I'm a big RPG fan, and I think Project Zomboid does actually exemplify those elements a decent amount. I was like, what is that? I'm pretty sure that I'm fairly positive that Project Zomboid exemplifies, you know, some of those desired traits. So I enjoy people, like, I enjoy their videos. I enjoy like the role plays behind them. I enjoy roleplay videos. I like to personally make storytelling videos, sorta, kinda. They just take a lot of effort. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the part that kind of deters me sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, bruh, I don't feel like having to write a script and do this and that. I just kind of want to do stuff, you know, type deal. So that's why sometimes, bro, I'll be like, man, role playing. no type of deal, but I think it's very cool. That's why I like watching people's D&D campaigns, or at least when I did do that, because I really enjoy that aspect. But yeah, I think Project Zomboid exemplifies that, and I think a lot of the Project Zomboid YouTubers do a good job at like doing all the things I like to see in the game and I like to do in playing a game with Project Zomboid. So what's that guy's name? There's a guy, his name is like Arian. If I watched a decent amount of his videos, I like the way that they're formatted and the goals that he sets and all these different things, and how sometimes it's like base building, it's got whole stories and voice acting, and that's all cool. I don't think these things that I'm talking about actually correlate with one another, but it be what it be. So let's see. Let's get these things straight. All right. Now this is starting to look a lot better, because before I was a little worried. Because I was just like, man, this is like, how do I do this? This is looking botched up. But now I got the hang of it. So everything's looking how it should be looking, I believe. So then now we have to build, I would say, a gatehouse. So we can have that as like the next project, I suppose. A gatehouse. That sounds like a lot of fun. And carve it into the mountain. And I don't know how we're going to go about this, but yeah, this is elevated too. I might take some dirt and elevate all of this to be the same level as this and things of that nature, and maybe like start to make a little bit of a road out a little bit for sure, because this is, oh hey, there's our trees. It's supposed to be a road out all the way to Fort Lazarus. We already started a road and we have to finish it for sure. That's probably going to be another like set of time, you know, we get some time, do some off-camera work, because I think videos like this are a little bit important. Because for one, it allows me to give you content, and two, I don't spend 1,000 hours doing things off camera that you never see. You know, so it's like a win-win type deal. We get to talk with one another, interact with one another, have a good time. I get to talk to you guys about things that you probably don't care about, or maybe you do, or things that you think are interesting, or at the very least, you can listen to my voice. A lot of decent people, or a decent amount of people have said that I have at least a nice voice, or at least I think it's listenable, per se. And I know when I teach my classes and when I preach, because I preach online, like I catch so many of my students falling asleep during the lesson, or falling asleep like after class, and everything has to do with me having a soothing voice, especially if I'm, you know, I'm teaching for like 45 minutes, an hour, stuff like that. They may be tired because it's at 8 o'clock at night and things of that nature. They end up falling asleep, and I just think it's kind of hilarious. They're like, man, I fell asleep during class. 'Cause at least they're interested. They've already established heavily that they're not falling asleep because it's boring. They're falling asleep because my voice is too soothing, which I think is rather interesting, but that's quite a brilliant compliment if you ask me. Okay, judging by how I just like how these things are lining up, seems like I've done these things decently properly. Some of them I've done a little wrong, but for the most part I've done them pretty decently. Alright, so this would be like this, but I think, if I'm correct, okay, yeah, okay. So then, let's see, if we get some more stairs here, and I should probably put up these vines, shouldn't I? Yeah, there we go. Vines are such a cool and nice design for things sometimes, making it seem like it's weathered, it's been forever, things of that nature. So if I do this, how did I? I feel like there's something wrong with this. Oh, but this one's going down, and this one's going up. That's probably what's wrong. Cause I was like, yo, like, there's something wrong with this, dog. It's all good. So then let's say I put, yeah, there we go. Right now, the funny thing is about this, you know, it's funny because I was talking about things being off camera. Chances are is that I'm actually only going to do part of this on camera, because this redoing this whole part is actually a lot to do. Now that we're looking at it, and then like before, when it came to the other things, I already had the majority of this dug out, and like the floor was done and other things, but see how far we can get. I just need to know like kind of how tall it is so I can know what to dig and what not to dig, I suppose. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then there's gonna be, so let's say let's do this. It's gonna be a staircase here. Oops. So I can just know where to dig. Staircase here. Is this right? Yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and look down at this. So yeah, we can go ahead and build. Oh, speaking of with these banners, typically what I do with banners, I always do this on multiplayer servers, but like whatever the color of the banner depends on like what type of place it is. Like a conquered place is a different color than, so let's say that our main color is blue, right? Blue means for like the, I guess in a way, like the main stuff, the stuff that was built, while something that's conquered like villages and a few other things and like outside territories would be red, basically. That's how I go about it. You know, I realized that everything that I just like went to go look at, I totally forgot what I totally forgot what I was actually looking at. So there's one more level with, okay, it's interesting. It's not going to be the same on that side, sadly. It's okay. Do I have, I don't have any planks. We're gonna surely need some of those things. And you guys cannot believe how shocked I was to find out that like you can just grindstone stuff. I found out that I was wasting so many resources by just making it anew and stuff like that instead of like just doing the grindstone. Oh my goodness, I'm so pressed about that. But I mean, now the more you know, type deal. Yeah, let's keep things rocking. Man, as I'm sitting here thinking, you guys know what games have beautiful soundtracks? Like, I'm a pretty, I would say that I have an interesting love for music in terms of like music. Well, I wouldn't say it's interesting, but I have a love for music in terms of like it spurs my imagination. And like music is supposed to do, it naturally, of course, certain music evokes like certain emotions within me, things of that nature, because that's literally what music does. But man, like the Minecraft soundtrack is just so fantastic. I love the soundtrack for Minecraft so much. It's just all the different feels that come out of it, and like memories and emotions and things that come out of it. Even the, well, I haven't really like listened to the newer stuff, but I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think that the newer things are bad in the slightest, and I just think Minecraft has such a beautiful sound. I was starting to think after a while that I was like, rather than using the music I get from Epidemic Sound and everything, that maybe I should just start playing the actual Minecraft soundtrack, like select tracks like Aria Math and Moog City and all that stuff, which I can just like, I can like hear in my head right now as, you know, I'm talking about it, you know, have those instead of like using the music that I use and stuff. But soundtracks are so incredibly important to games, I think, and music is just incredibly important to, like, did I just do the same thing twice? Yeah, I did. But music is just so incredibly important to film in like any type of like, I think, media in that type of way. But also because music is so important and it's so like, we're so used to it, things of that nature, I think the absence of music also allows you to tell very interesting, but yeah, I think the absence of music helps you to tell very interesting, okay, well, these are the same, then it doesn't matter, interesting stories and narratives and things of that nature, because there is no music present. So absolutely positively adore music, especially game music. Like some of my favorite game music comes naturally from the Soulsborne series. I've only played Dark Souls 3. I played a little bit of Elden Ring, have not beat the game. I actually plan on playing that on this channel, surprisingly. I mean, I have a few videos, but like, it's been so long. I'm gonna do it though, or maybe I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I might not. Maybe I won't. But I might just give up on that one. There's a few things that I'm gonna come back and do again, but there's other things that I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. Chances of me going back and doing that are slim to none. It's not that I have anything against Elden Ring. I think it's a fantastic game. I just Star Wars Jedi Survivor comes out, I'm gonna be playing the mess out of that. But like you know, the Soulsborne series, I think it has such beautiful and amazing and epic music. You know, some of my favorite tracks are like Champion Gravetender and Champion Gravetender Wolf. I think those are like a combined soundtrack. I think it was an okay boss fight, but it was an okay boss fight. It wasn't like spectacular or anything, but the soundtrack is phenomenal. Type deal. I love Soul Ascender's soundtrack. I like the Gwen part. I never played Dark Souls 1, right? Never played Dark Souls 1 a day in my life, but I like the pling pling plongs. You know what I'm saying? Doon doon doon. Doon doon doon. Doon 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 doon. Like I love that part of the track. Cause then for people that have actually played Souls, like people that have like really been playing Souls games, I feel like they felt very rewarded in hearing that, because then you're just like, yo, it's a Soul Ascender. Is he Gwen? Like, is this like him? Like, it's a shadow of himself and things of that nature. So soundtracks are just so important. I absolutely love them when it comes to games, and like sometimes like games are about as memorable as their soundtrack. I know one of my favorite games growing up, and a soundtrack like a set of soundtracks I've been listening to a lot lately have been Kingdom Hearts. I've been listening to the Kingdom Hearts 3 soundtrack in particular, because unlike quite a few people, I actually like Kingdom Hearts 3. People have beef against that game. I don't see the issue with Kingdom Hearts 3. I like Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know what they expected out of it. I don't know what I was supposed to expect out of it, but I think it did its job. I thought it was cool. Expand on the gameplay. The story is still confusing. Never understood it to begin with, but maybe I'll just watch a video on somebody explaining it to get it. And I have a friend who is having a hard time with life right now because he wants to get Kingdom Hearts story, so he played Kingdom Hearts 1, but he hates Kingdom Hearts 1 because I agree that it can be a little jarring, and just some of the game design for that one was not necessarily fun. I just love the soundtrack. For one, Kingdom Hearts is just so anime. And anime has fantastic soundtracks, right? Even though I don't watch anime anymore, still the soundtracks are phenomenal. I will never forget that part about anime for sure. Just the phenomenal soundtracks. One of my favorites are from, actually, of course, Attack on Titan with Hiroyuki Sawano has a fantastic soundtrack. Bleach's soundtrack is pretty fire too. Naruto's is fantastic as well. Well, My Hero Academia has a fantastic soundtrack along with Demon Slayer. Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't really remember the soundtrack being good. like some soundtracks aren't rememberable. They're not bad, they just aren't rememberable type deal. But Haikyuu has some pretty cool themes. I think of the one Omnivorous and everything. I absolutely love that theme. And when I used to play, when I used to play Mortal Kombat, I would play that theme while I'm playing Mortal Kombat. It used to hype me up, you know, help me to throw hands with people. Favorite character, Liu Kang. But anyways, like Kingdom Hearts has a very anime-like soundtrack, which I really enjoy, because I don't know, it's just super cool. I'm like that type of person that likes music, but I cannot describe to you like music at all, because I'm not like a music major or anything. And I don't know how to describe all the fanciful music words. I just say, man, it sounds good. And I know that the word crescendo exists, and that means that like I guess a rise in a sense, you know? But games and music, I love games and music, absolutely. The Halo theme, one of my favorite things, because as a Christian, I've never really thought to listen until like, I guess a little bit recently, as I've gotten into more and more Christian music and everything. Because there's a lot of it, but you know, I want to see all the different types of music that glorifies my Lord and Savior, right? But after listening to the Halo theme a few times, you know, oh yeah, you know, yeah, our usual stuff, and it's like like it makes me want to listen to an actual Gregorian chant, like, because at the end of the day, it's just people singing in Latin, and I found out that I think the reason why it sounds so heavenly is actually because of the building. It's not even because of the people. I think it's because of the building, but also probably because of the language, Latin. I think that's why things sound so heavenly, quote unquote, type deal. So that's very interesting. I remember watching this video with my mom, and she was just like, and as we were listening to it was like, oh wait, it's not even particularly because she's like a fantastic singer or anything. It's actually a big reason for why it sounds like this is actually because of the building and the way that Catholic churches are built and everything, because you know, they're very fantastical. Well, not, yeah, they're very fantastical and big. Orthodox churches are the same way, but very big and fancy, and like have all the decorations and everything. I think it's pretty cool. I want to visit a Catholic church one day. I don't think I want to stay for the service, but I want to visit to like see the art. Because I think that would be super duper cool, I would say. Hold on, let me look at this. But yes, the Halo theme, absolutely positively one of my favorite opening, or yeah, one of my favorite main menu themes. The Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy has a fantastic menu theme, and Shadow of War is like, that series is one of my favorite. Like Shadow of Mordor, those two games are probably some of my favorite game series of all time. The soundtrack for that one is also pretty good. Like the map menu, like the map music, and like the original song Shadows of War, like both of those are very good. I really enjoy those, and the main theme is pretty cool too as well. I really enjoy those things. What other, and by the way, as you just listen to me ramble on about music, please, I love for anybody that's watching this, you know, any of the few people that watch this, please do tell me about some of your favorite game soundtracks for sure. Naturally, of course, I love Minecraft's soundtrack. I especially like the Moog City opening. Out of all the different, because there's a few different Minecraft openings, I think, depending on like the beta or depending on like the release. And the ones I like the most are the Moog City. You know, the one that goes like do 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 do, and it's like, wait, hold on. I'm trying to, I can hear it in my head, but like on articulating it for you, that would be like a bit of the hard part. Do 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 do. That's just the part that's the part I remember. I'm gonna stop teasing you on that one. But let's see. I'm trying to think, because I'm just like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, you know, as I'm building this stuff and having a good time, I'm just sitting here thinking like, what other music from games that I really enjoy, because I just think that music and games are just, and from TV shows and film, I could talk about all those for like a little while, because I just really enjoy them. Again, yeah, the Soul series. Lately I've been, because also I listen to a lot of game soundtracks, because I think I don't know how true this is, but I think that when it comes to copyright, it's a lot better to use them, you know, or it's okay to use game soundtracks and stuff like that. And I was just like, why not use game soundtracks while I'm playing a game? Wouldn't that be fantastic? Like, wouldn't that like work out well if it does? So I've been listening to the Dark Souls 2 soundtrack, and I really like the soundtrack for Sir Alone and Burnt Ivory King, and I like the main menu as well. And then Majula, like, I think that's like a part of like the waiting areas theme or something. I don't know, but like Majula, whenever we're in the Nether, you hear Majula in the background, because I think the Nether is very fitting for that. Or whenever we're in a cave, you'll hear Majula play. Haven't gotten copyrighted for it yet, so I'm assuming that it's fairly decent to use. All right, we're getting progress here. Yeah, I'm assuming it's fairly decent to use. And the funny thing about game soundtracks is that sometimes you'll actually go and I guess like research them and things of that nature, and you'll find that there's certain like themes and stuff that you never actually hear in the game. I think that's a curious thing. Like, why do I never hear that particular theme in the game, amongst other things? Well, you know, it'd be cool having a railway station for sure. We're gonna have to invest in that eventually. But what other games? Cause I love music. I just like listening to it. I may not be that person that can tell you all the fanciful like lingo and language about it. I just like listening to it for sure, and I like the imaginative things that come out of it for sure. Definitely sparks my imagination, and even like, never mind. But let's see. I'm thinking Skyrim. If you don't know this, Skyrim is probably my favorite game of all time, but I'm not gonna lie, it might actually get usurped by Mount Blade, and Skyrim might move down to number 2. I just really love Mount Blade, and the mods I mean, Skyrim mods are beautiful and amazing, but I haven't played Skyrim in forever, and I have no like desire to want to play it either. I think it's about time to get another Elder Scrolls game. I think I'll say, why is there so much gravel? Guess we got a gravelly mountain. But like, one of my favorite themes, and I use this one sometimes for like whenever I'm playing Mount Blade and I'm doing, you know, my roleplay series with Joshua the Son of None, I'll use like Unbroken Road. It's like do 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 do, something like that, right? A song that, quite frankly, I don't think I've actually heard in game, but I just know it exists, right? But I'll use Unbroken Road, which is one of my favorite soundtracks from Skyrim, you know, in the intro and everything, and then set the premise, because it's just it's kind of like it sets the tone for like a long journey almost. That's like kind of the tone I feel like that song sets, and I really enjoy it. So a few other things that come out of Skyrim. I don't really like Skyrim's battle music, to be completely honest. I mean, it's recognizable, sure, but I don't enjoy it. You know, the one that's like didn't do. I don't like that one. Okay, I don't. It's just not that memorable. But Kingdom Hearts got some fire battle music. Sometimes it depends on the world, because in some worlds I don't like any of the music, but that's really not the point, right? But I'm trying to think. It's just so many good games out there. Risk of Rain. If you ever played Risk of Rain, it was, I don't think it's my first roguelike, or maybe it is Risk of Rain. It's gonna get remastered. I know I want to play through it. There's a lot of things I want to do, but whether or not I have the capacity to do them, like, depends heavily on my discipline. But I know Risk of Rain has like a really interesting, like, futuristic synthy kind of soundtrack in a sense that I really enjoy. And like some of the the final boss, I really enjoy like the way that his soundtrack sounds. I think it's pretty cool. And I remember like fighting him for the first time, and I was like, oh my goodness, this dude is insane. Sorry, I was just looking at this like, is this proper? Yeah, this is right, I believe. But yeah, Devin likes music. And I just like these things. And as I'm just thinking about all of them, they pop up into my head. If you ever played Detroit Become Human, I love Detroit Become Human soundtrack for sure. I enjoy Marcus's theme. It's probably my favorite theme out of all of them. I think it's something. I think it's really cool. Music is just an important thing for me. For sure, I think it's an important thing for a lot of people, because I think people feel like connected through music, and they also feel connected to certain things. Like, you know, let's say for instance, I just thought about Isabella's theme from The Promised Neverland. I almost spoiled The Promised Neverland for somebody if you never watched it. Just don't watch season 2. Okay? Look, I'll never subject you to season 2. It's not horrible, but it could be so much better. It just kind of like ruined the anime that was like hands down one of the best ones I watched for sure. Story is fantastic. But sometimes, let's say certain music connects us to our parents, you know, like my, let's say that my mom used to sing this song, and so when you think about it, my grandma used to sing this song all the time while she was baking and things of that nature. And so music connects us to many things. I think that's why a lot of people like it, for sure, because it's so connecting. And in music, it's literally supposed to like invoke your emotions. I was talking about that today. And that's supposed to invoke your emotions and make you feel and move a certain type of way and make you think certain types of things, whether it be dread or happiness, joy, or it's be feeling spiritual, whatever it may be, Okay, I'm looking at all this stuff. It's looking pretty spiffies. I'm looking at my time. I'm around like 48 minutes. I think I want to finish. Wow. I think I want to go ahead and finish. I just went on a whole rant about music. Is that even good commentary? I don't care. Like, I want to make quality videos in terms of like content. Like, I want it to be high quality and I want the sound to be good and everything. But when it comes to my commentary, I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. If I'm going to preach to you like theology, and I'm going to give you a whole sermon about the Bible, even if you're not Christian, that's what you're going to hear. If I want to talk to you about music and ramble on to you about that, that's what you're going to hear. I don't care about such things. Because I guess kind of like making YouTube videos is almost like, I don't know. It's hard to describe like the feeling that I can get just sitting here being able to talk about how much I like music. It's almost like putting my thoughts. Yeah, it's basically like you're just kind of hearing my thoughts. And most of these things are like unspoken to myself, and I kind of just already know them inwardly, but then now I get a chance to articulate them. But I hope that my thoughts are mildly interesting for you. How did I just do that? Is it T? Is it F? Oh. Oops. So let me... Yeah, I had to never know how to do that, but now I know that it's the F button. I'm not ever going to use that again, really, or reconfigure that, but it'll be fine. There's also a lot of good dirt I could get out of here, so maybe I should take that, per se. And let me get some of this dirt. Put some of these things up. This is looking a lot better. It's looking more like down there, and I'll probably finish up the rest of it off camera. And maybe we'll have another episode this up. Maybe we'll do a little bit of road building or something like that. I don't know. I like building roads. It's always fun. There's always an Enderman just running around. He keeps placing like random blocks, always teleporting in here, placing blocks, doing this, doing that. Oh, I need all this dirt because I'm gonna need to put this in the Fort Lazarus build. Actually, let's take the gravel. It's good that we're collecting all this stuff, because I know sometimes when you play Minecraft in the early stages, you don't want to collect like a lot of stuff. Like I know for me, sometimes I end up just throwing away a whole bunch of useful materials I can use later, Let's go ahead and finish these things up. I'm getting tired. I need to rest. What is it? This 8:16. I wouldn't say it was a long work day, per se. I did it a lot though, so I need to rest and recuperate. So let's go ahead and get things rocking. Get these things finished off, or maybe I might end a little early. We'll have to see. See how my body's holding up. I'm just so happy to be playing Minecraft right now. I'm just, like, yesterday on Sunday, I was practicing Sabbath rest. Sunday's generally supposed to be my Sabbath rest. Sundays and Wednesdays, right? And I was bored because I can't do anything. Like, I can't think about work. I can't, begin to, like maybe prepare for a sermon or do this or do that or make YouTube videos or edit or things of that nature. So like I can't do any of that. I have to like rest, and I have to learn how to rest. It's very important. If you don't ever learn this in your life, like learn to rest. That's why the Spirit of God is teaching me on how to rest. But as I was like sitting there being bored, basically, because I decided to turn on my PlayStation, and like the moment I saw the games I could play, I saw, God of War Ragnarok. I was thinking about it because New Game Plus had came out and everything. I was like, maybe I could play God of War Ragnarok. I saw Sifu. I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, actually. I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3. I saw Sifu. I saw Spider-Man, which I've never actually, I have both Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I've never played either one of those games. It's crazy. I saw Ghost of Tsushima, which has a fantastic soundtrack, by the way. Just thinking about soundtracks, it's very beautiful. Anyways, I'm not getting into that. And I saw, Demon Souls, which I've never beat that game, but I like it though. It's still as terrifying as every last other Souls game, type deal. And I was sitting there, and I came to the realization, I was just like, Lord, like, I really love video games. Like, I love video games. I don't know where this fervent love came from. It's probably hereditary because my mom enjoys video games a lot. My sister plays games. My dad isn't a gamer, but my dad isn't a gamer, but my mom and my sister, and I would say my uncle enjoys games too as well. Okay, we got these things finished out. And I was just sitting there just thinking like, wow, I enjoy games. Like, I just got so much excitement from being able to just like play, I was like, there's nothing for me to do. Let me play games. Cause I like, usually I don't really play games like that anymore. I find time for sure. I try to play XCOM 2 almost every day because I have this Halo modded playthrough pretty much that I play. I'll try to play every day, like once I get a break, but I don't always feel like doing it. I was like so excited just to simply just play games. I was like, wow, I really love games. This is something that's always been good for me, and now for me it's like a place to like relieve my, like if I'm stressed out, to release stress and everything, to relax, chill, all these different things, entertain me, buy my time, things of nature. So I'm very thankful that I'm able to still play games, and that like both as like a human being, they haven't bored me, because I know some people, they're like, oh, I got old, I don't want to play games anymore, things of that nature. I'm glad that I'm not one of those people. But also like just that I'm allowed to, because games could definitely be a total distraction from things that I need to do. So I'm glad that they aren't, and like my hobbies can come second. So yeah, but that's everything I have for us today. This is looking like real good. This is looking real good. So we're going to get these things set up eventually. We're going to get, this in and that, and we're going to set these things up and it's be complete. The next time, maybe we'll start working on a gatehouse. I think that'll be our next build for sure. But that's everything I got. I just want to say that make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys make sure that you have a blessed day and know that Jesus loves you. And I'll see you guys later.